Hi, I am Juan Nataida and I'm here to talk to you about the rising prices of medicine here in the Philippines. Before we begin, I would like you to know these four facts. First, there are 103.3 million Filipinos. Out of these 103.3 million, there are 12 million or 11.6% of Filipinos living in extreme poverty. These people cannot afford food as well as medicine. A study was done back in 2016 and found that 55% or 57 million Filipinos cannot afford their own medication. And despite the poverty, there has been a 10.5% increase in medical expenditures, which means that the prices of medicine and treatment has increased over the years. And while you may not feel bad for the Filipinos by just seeing numbers and values, Algin Melesha interviewed a couple of people to tell us what happens to them when they need
Hi
medication.
guys, good morning. I'm Alvin Malasio and I'm now here with Ate.
Annalyn Garganta.
So Ate, ano yung ginagawa mo pag may sakit ka? Pupunta ka ba sa doktor agad or nagagamot ka muna sa sarili?
Nagagamot muna ako sa sarili ko.
Bakit Ate?
Para maiwasan kong gumastos agad ng malaki, kung pwede namang iinom ka muna ng gamot na kung alam mo namang gagaling ka doon.
So pag bumili ka ng gamot, ano yung binibili mo? Yung high-end or yung generic?
Generic lang.
Bakit Ate?
Kasi parehas lang naman yung dosage nila, as in parehas lang din naman sila ng effect sa katawan mo.
May time ba na na nahirapan ka bumili ng gamot kasi sa sobrang mahal niya?
Oo, lalo na kapag branded yung reseta ng doktor sa'yo, mahal talaga siya. So, kailangan magtanong ka muna kung pwede yung generic na lang ang bilihin mo.
Yun lang po. Salamat.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Catherine Adoracion, working as a cook here in Lasal Agno for the players of Lasal.
So, ate, ano yung ginagawa mo pag nagkakasakit ka? Pumupunta ka ba sa doctor or nag-self-medication ka?
Self-medication lang, madalas yung mga natural na mga pamamaraan ng paggagamot lang ginagawa ko.
Bakit gano'n natin?
Mas safe kung tutuusin yung mga natural na kumpara din sa mga gamot na minsan may mga side effects sa katawan natin.
Pero pag bumili ka ng gamot, ano yung mas okay sa'yo? Yung generic or yung high-end brands?
Generic lang, affordable.
May time ba ito na di ka makabili ng gamot dahil sobrang mahal?
Oo, meron talaga sa mga, may time talaga na ganun.
Okay. Thank you, ate.
Welcome.
There are a couple of takeaways from the interviews. First is that both of them would self-medicate before going to a doctor. While that may reduce costs, self-medicating can harm the human body more than you know. If you don't believe my word, watch this pharmacist explain to you the negative effects of self-medicating.
Hi guys, it's your pharmacist here. Hope you're doing well. Today is going to be a little bit more serious, so the geeky pharmacist is going to be quite serious today because of the topic that I want to discuss with you. It's about self-medication and the dangers of this. It's actually something that's quite common without people realizing that they do it. In my profession, as a pharmacist, we see a lot of this. People thinking because they've been taking the medication for 2 years or because it's something that they call simple, like paracetamol, that they've been taking it for 50 years, so I know what I'm doing with it. Well, even something as basic as paracetamol, as helpful as it can be, or as healthy as it actually is, the wonder drug some people call it, it can still, or it does still carry its own risks and dangers. So here are a few points to educate you, and more importantly, to make you aware as to why you shouldn't self-medicate. Here's a box of paracetamol. It is a wonder drug, a basic drug. Everyone uses it for a headache, for pain relief. However, did you know this drug comes with side effects? One of the side effects of alcohol poisoning is actually one of the side effects of paracetamol poisoning. That's damage to your liver. 2-4 times a day. There's a reason for that dose. That's for an adult. There's other side effects. Wheeziness, reflective of asthma, or even you might think you have hay fever and you go treat yourself for something else, not knowing it is because of the overdose of paracetamol. The recommended dose for paracetamol for an adult is 1 or 2 tablets of the 500 milligram tablets or capsules, no more than 4 times a day. When I say no more than, it could be you might only need it twice a day, so you don't need to take it 4 times a day. 1 or 2 tablets, no more than 4 times a day. Because when you take more than you need to, over a period of time, then you get the side effects I just told you about.
Another takeaway was that one of them would rather use alternative medicine or herbal medicine rather than chemical ones due to the price difference. To show you why people need to choose alternative medicine, we found a story about this Filipino woman who uses alternative medicine to cure her sicknesses because she cannot afford the chemical ones. We found this story on the GMA News Network.
Sa mga halamang gamot gaya ng dahon ng guyabano at luya naman umaasa si Aling Dolores Talavera, may stage 3 colon cancer.
So lagi na ho may ganito?
Oo, lagi-lagi
So
na siya.
bale, maglalaga po kayo. Tapos,
Yan ang pinakakape ko.
araw-araw.
Oo.
Okay.
Dik-dik lang siya saka ito.
Kailan
Talaga,
mo nyo sinimulan to?
naktaon na to. 2 taon na yata
Na
mahigit.
sinimulan ninyo uminom?
In the same story, the woman talked about how she could not afford the maintenance medicine that she needs and that she's already prepared for the worst.
Kung kayo'y iinom ng gamot, magkano ba talaga dapat ang kailangan ninyo buwan-buwan?
Anak, ang magiging maintenance ko, halos 4,700.
Sa isang buwan, hirap po yung 4,700.
Hirap ang mga anak ko, nahihiya pati ako lumaing ng lumaing.
Alin po dito yung hindi nyo na naiinom
Yung losartan dahil masyado siyang mahal.
para po sa puso?
Ang inaano ko lang minsan yung nahirapan ako huminga. Pagka dinadala ako ng ospital, sabi nanay, mahina yung pasok ng oxygen sa puso mo. Kasi sobra kang stress. Saka sabi nga, darating yung puntong gano'n.
Nakahanda na rin ako.
Through listening to the stories and to the interviews, the most common thing you might have heard was that they could not afford certain medicines. And after all the struggle the Filipinos go through, you might wonder, why is medicine in the Philippines so expensive? Legally, pharmaceutical companies have legal rights to the medicine that is produced worldwide. These companies can now dictate how much the medicine will be worth in different countries. This is why medicines such as Norvasc, Ventolin, and Imodium are 3 times more expensive here in the Philippines than in India. However, in the end, the real main cause of the rising prices is because of greed. And that's it from me today, and I hope that this video makes you realize that we need to do what we can to help our fellow Filipinos in their daily struggle. I know God wants us to help our brothers and sisters, but the real question is, do you want to help them?